Hi everyone. Well, as you all know that mock exams are just around the corner, and today I've got 5 more super important questions you must practice before your mocks. Well, these covers the most repeated topics that can easily boost your marks basically. Okay, so just let me start with our first question, which says 3x squared plus 5y squared over 5x squared minus 2y squared equals 24 over 35. So this would be, let me write it down, 3x squared plus 5y squared over 5x squared minus 2y squared equals 24 over 35. You can do traditionally like multiply both the sides by 35, then multiply both the sides, or just a short trick directly we can do like this. It means the same basically. So I'm doing cross multiplication. So 35 will go up there with 3x squared plus 5y squared, and this will go here, 24 times 5x squared minus 2y squared. Now we just need to expand it to get the answer. So 35 times 3, that will give me 105 x squared, plus 35 times 5 is 175 y squared. Similarly, I need to multiply 25 times 5, which is 120 x squared, and 24 times 2 is 48 y squared. Because we have to calculate the ratio, that's why I have to bring all the x's on one side and y's on the one side. So I'm bringing y here and x here. So this will become 175 y squared plus 48, because I have transpose, so obviously the sign will change. And here 120 x squared minus 105 x squared. So that will give me 223 y squared is equals to 15x squared. And finally, dividing both the side by y squared, 223 is equals to 15x squared over y squared. Divide both the sides by 15. That will give me 223 over 15 is equals to x squared over y squared. And to calculate their ratio, I just need to root them. So on rooting, that will give me the answer as root of 223 over root of 15, and that's x over y, and ratio of them will be root of 223 over root of 15. Moving on to the question number 2, I write x squared minus 16x minus 5 in the form of x minus a whole squared minus b. This is the vertex form of quadratic, which we can find by completing the square method. So completing the square method, there are 3 ways of doing it, and I generally opt the formula, which is much more easier and always gives me the correct answer. So formula says, if your equation is ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to y, in that case it will be x plus, here the a is 1, so let me do this one because a is 1. So there are 2 ways when a is 1, when a is not 1. When a is not 1, we have to take out a as common, because your coefficient of x squared should be 1 in order to apply the method. So that will become x plus b by 2 whole squared minus b by 2 whole squared plus c. If I compare, I can easily understand that b is negative 16 and c is negative 5. So this will become x minus 6 over 2 whole squared minus, inside the bracket, minus 16 over 2 whole squared plus c, and c is negative 5, so negative 5. Then this will become x minus 8 whole squared minus, and this is 8 squared, which is 64. So that will give me minus 64. Obviously this will become positive, and minus will be outside, so that minus will remain intact, and minus 5. So it will be x minus 8 whole squared minus 69, and we have converted it into this form. And A and B are integers, so A is 8 and B is 69. Hence, find the root of this equation. Whenever we find the roots of the equation, root, that means they are asking those values of x for which value of y is 0. That means where the curve is cutting the y-axis. And that's why this equation is actually y equals x minus 8 whole squared minus 69. But I need to equate it to 0 in order to get the roots. Remember, whenever it's written hence find the roots, that means you have to take the help from the part 1. So don't use any other method to get the answer. You will not be rewarded any marks in this case. So you have to use this form to get the answer. You have converted this one and then use completing the square method to get your answer. So equating it to 0. Now x minus 8 whole squared is equals to positive 69, and taking root to both the sides, so it's x minus 8 is equals to root 69. But we know that whenever we take the roots, it's always positive or negative. So that means one is x minus 8 equals positive root 69, and one x, you'll get x minus 8 is equals to minus root 69, and you'll get the answer. If your paper is a non-calculator paper, in this case keep your answer in a root form, and they will specifically mention that keep your answer in form of a plus b root 2, something like that. But if it's a calculator paper, so obviously you need to calculate this value of root 69 and find the answer in a decimal properly. So here I can see x1 is equals to positive root 69 plus 8, and here x2 is equals to negative root 69 plus 8. Moving on to I. Also find the coordinates of the turning point of a given curve. When your equation is in a form of x plus b whole squared plus c, in that case, your turning point always minus b comma c. That means here we have converted this into x minus 8 whole squared minus 69. And if I compare it with x plus b whole squared plus c form, then minus b comma c will be the turning point. And here b is negative 8, so it will become positive clearly. So 8 and minus 69 will remain as it is, and that would be the turning point. Now, moving on to the question number 3. In the figure given below, AB is the diameter of the circle whose center is O. So let's see which is AB. This one is a diameter, and center is O, and its coordinates are 0, 0, and the coordinates of A is negative 5, y. So coordinate of A is here. So let me just write that down. The coordinates of A is negative 5, y. If the equation of the tangent at point A is 12y minus 5x equals 12, then find the coordinates of the point A. So for point A, we have only x, we don't have y. It's very easy. If we have the equation of the circle, or if we have the equation of the tangent, if a point is lying on any curve, the points will satisfy that equation, because that equation's actually, each equation tells you the relationship between x and y for every coordinate. Like that means if there is a curve and every point lying on that, actually, say for example, if I say about this tangent, so the tangent has equation 12y minus 5x plus 12. So that means every point lying on this tangent bears the relationship like this. That means when I substitute the value of y and x of those coordinates, I'll get 12 as my answer. So that's the meaning of this. So that means in order to get the value of y, all I need to do is sub in the value of x as negative 5 in the equation of the tangent, because this point is lying on that tangent. So substituting 12y minus 5x is equals to 12. X is minus 5, so 12y minus 5 times minus 5 equals 12. So 12y plus 25 equals 12. and here 12y, bring it here, there on the right hand side is negative 13, and finally y is negative 13 over 12. So that will be the value of y for this. The next says, hence find the equation of the circle. To calculate the equation of the circle, all you need to is calculate the value of radius, and we know because our center is clearly 0, 0, so the standard equation will be, in this case, would be x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So as this point, thus minus 5 and negative 13 over 12 are lying on this, so clearly I can substitute x and y as that. So minus 5 whole squared plus minus 13 over 12 whole squared is equals to r squared. So from here I'll get 25 plus 169 over 144 is equals to r squared, and if I further take the LCM, that will give me 3600 plus 169, which is 3769 over 144 as r squared. So your final equation will become x squared plus y squared is equals to 3769 over 144. So 3769 over 144, and that's your answer. It says I. Now a chord is drawn parallel to the tangent. If x-intercept of the chord is 2, then find the coordinates of the intersection of the chord and the diameter. Okay, understand this one. It says there is another chord that is drawn parallel to the tangent. So this chord they are talking about, and that's drawn parallel to the tangent. So first thing that you should understand that if two lines are parallel, they should have the same gradient. So let me find the gradient of this given equation. Let me go step by step. See, the equation of this tangent is 12y minus 5x is equals to 12, and let me rearrange with y is equals to mx plus c. It's 12 plus 5x, and divide both the sides by 12. So y is equals to 12 by 12 is 1 plus 5 by 12x. We got to know that the gradient of this line is 5 by 12. That means gradient of this will be negative 12 by 5. 5 by 12, because they are parallel. Whenever the two lines are parallel, they have the same gradient, and when they are perpendicular, then they are negative reciprocal of each other. In this case, they are parallel, so that's why the gradient of this chord will also be 5 over 12. That means the equation will be y is equals to 5 over 12x plus c. Now we need to calculate this c. Let's see how we can do that. The question says, now a chord is drawn parallel. If x-intercept of this chord is 2, that means x-intercept, when it's passing through your x-axis, that value is 2. So this is 2, 0. So I need to sub in the value of y as 0 and x as 2. That will help me in finding the value of c. So that will become c is equals to minus 5 over 6. So your final equation of this chord is y is equals to, I'm just writing right here to explain it to you. So y is equals to 5 by 12 x minus 5 by 6. That's the equation of this chord. Now they are asking you to calculate the intersection point of this chord and the diameter, this one. This they are asking. So obviously, in order to do so, we have to find the equation of this diameter as well. We can find if we have the 2 points, which we do have. This point and this point we do have. So I need to find the gradient of this. Either you can directly apply the formula, 2-point formula for the straight line, or like traditionally how we calculate the gradient and then we find c. We can work in both ways. So let me find, this is 0, 0. So, and y value was negative 13 by 12. So this point is minus 5 and negative 13 by 12. That means my gradient is 13 over 12 times 5, which is 13 over 60. So this equation this diameter has the gradient 13/60, and also because it's passing through 0, 0, clearly that means its y-intercept is 0, c is 0, so I can directly find equation as y is equals to 13/60x. This is my first equation of the diameter. This is the equation of the chord, and I need to find their intersecting point. This point, simple, it's a simultaneous equation that we have to solve. So let me solve it here. Y is equals to 5/12 x minus 5/6, and the next is y equals 13/60x. I just need to equate it. It's simple. In place of y, I can substitute here. This value of y I can directly substitute here. You can opt any method, substitution or elimination. 13/60x equals 5/12x minus 5/6. So bring it here. That will be 13/60x minus 5/12x, and I need to make their LCM same, denominator same, sorry, by finding the LCM, which is 60. So multiplied by 5 and multiplied by 5. So this will give me 13x minus 25x over 60 is equals to minus 5/6. So that will give me minus 12. So minus 12x over 60 is equals to minus 5/6. I can cancel this out. This will be 10. And x is finally 5/10/12. It's a basic. If you're not getting what I have done here, you can just simply solve this one. I know you all know how to solve this. And when you're done with it, you'll get the answer as 50/12. You can say 5 and 6. So 25/6. So this is 25/6, the value of x, and value of y is, I just need to sub in here. So y will be 13/60 times 25/6. So 5, and this is 12, and this will give me 65/72. So the coordinates are 25,6 and 65,72. So 25,6, let me write it in black. 25/6, 65/72. Now, question 4 says, Meryl and Nancy are two students. The table shows a statistical data of marks obtained by them on 10 English tests. And this is given. And also down there it's written, if the lowest marks obtained by Nancy is 5 less than the Meryl and interquartile range of the Nancy is 3/7 of the Meryl, then complete the table given above. So first let me complete the Meryl's column. Here already we have the lower and interquartile range, so it's very easy to calculate upper quartile because we know upper quartile minus lower quartile is interquartile range. Upper quartile, lower quartile is 20 and interquartile range is 28. That gives me upper quartile as 48. Now we have to find the highest value. Lowest value is given as 10, so x minus 10 is equals to range, which is given as 45. That gives me the highest value as 55. We have completed for Meryl. For Nancy, we have some data, some information given down there. It says the lowest marks obtained by the Nancy is 5 less than the Meryl. So if Meryl has scored 10, then 5 less than would be 5. Lower quartile. So Meryl, we just have to calculate the lower quartile, and also the interquartile range is 3/7 of Meryl. So interquartile range, 3/7 of it is 12. So that means the interquartile range of Nancy is 12. It's easy, we can easily calculate the range, upper value minus lowest value. So 60 minus 5 is 55. That's the range. And lower quartile, so upper quartile 48 minus your lower quartile equals interquartile range, which is 12. So from here L will be 36. So your lower quartile is 36. Okay, so we are done with our whole calculation. Now the II says plot the box plot for both the students. So for both the students, the first thing is, in order to calculate or in order to plot the box plot, we just have to draw the scale. If we draw for Merrill, the minimum value is 10 and the highest value is 55. We can take it as 555. So let me just draw the scale right here and take a spacing of 555. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, it's still 55. So highest value is 55, lowest value is 10. So we know box plots, they look like this. This represents the minimum value, this represents the maximum value, this represents lower quartile, this represents medium, and this represents upper quartile. So same thing, the same 5 data, I'm representing it here. The lowest value is 10, so I'm just drawing 10 here. Highest value is 55, so I'm drawing 55 here. Then the lower quartile is 20, so at 20 I'm drawing a bigger line. Then the upper quartile is 48, so 48 would be here, that would be, and the median is 30, so it would be here. So now I can just complete this, and this is my box plot. Similarly, I can plot the box for the Nancy. So let me just take the same scaling. Like this. Now the lowest value is 5, so that's 5. Then highest value is 60, so it's 60 here. Lower quartile is 36 here, so 36 would be here. Like this. Upper quartile is 48, which would be here, and median here is 40, which is here. And this is our box plot. Now our last question, which is actually question number 5. It's a typing mistake, written as question 6. Well, it says find the range of the values of x that satisfy the following inequalities. So x squared minus x minus 12 greater than equals 0 and x squared minus 81 less than 0. So we have to solve this inequality first of all, this one. And when you have two different inequalities, solve them separately, and at the very end we have to see which inequalities are overlapping. So x squared minus x minus 12 greater than equals 0. So first thing that we have to do is finding the x-intercept, or I can say the roots of this equation. And roots of the equation are clearly, when I equate this to 0, that will be x minus 4 times x plus 3. So I'll get x1 as positive 4 and x2 as negative 3. So when I draw this one, whenever we solve quadratic inequalities, we always draw a rough diagram. So when I draw a rough diagram, the two roots are negative 3 and positive 4. And then this quadratic has, or this curve has, you can see, divided this region into two basically parts, here, 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 3. So these two are positives. This one is positive, this one is positive, and this down there is negative. So this is divided into such regions. And then we have to look for the inequality. This says greater than equals to, that means they are asking you to find those positive regions because y is greater than equals 0. That's what it means. So we have to find where all the values of y are positive, and obviously where I have made the positive sign here, the reason is positive. You will find all the values of y positive because that's above your x-axis. So answer will be x is less than equals negative 3 or x is greater than equals positive 4. Let me solve the second one. X squared minus 81, it's a squared minus b squared. A very short trick to factorize it is a plus b times a minus b. So that will be x plus 9 times x plus 9 times x minus 9 equals 0. So x1 is positive 9 and x2 is negative 9. So this would be like this. We have two roots. One is positive 9 and one is negative 9, and draw a curve in between it like this. Same reason, positive, negative, positive, and it says less than 0, and keep that in mind because here the inequality includes equals to, so that's why my final inequality also has equals to. But here my inequality doesn't have equals to, so obviously we will not be including that. Here they're asking you less than 0, that means the negative reason they're asking for, and this is the negative reason. So all the values of x that are lying in between negative 9 to positive 9. Now we have to find the common inequality, and for that let me draw a number line and let me represent these two inequalities. It says x should be lesser than negative 3. So all the values of x that are lesser than negative 3 would go here. Or x is greater than equals positive 4, and I'm including these values because it contains equals to sign. All the values of x that are greater than positive 4. Then negative 9 and positive 9. So x is lying in between it. So we can see the overlapping inequalities are this and this clearly. So x is lesser than equals negative 3 but greater than equals negative 9. I am including 9 because it's going, like you can say, okay, sorry, it's not including 9, so we don't have to include 9 here. It's not including 9, right? That's why. So it's negative 9, and then the next inequality is it's lying in between it. That means x is greater than equals positive 4 but less than 9, and these are your final inequalities. So that's it for today, and if you are looking for one-on-one live online classes or for the group classes are starting at just £6 per hour, and we have UK based tutors, students as well as highly experienced tutors. We provide classes from year 1 to A levels for all the subjects. So all you need to do is just book your free demo and email us at exactacademy@gmail.com. And if you want to access all the free worksheets, you can just visit our website, which is www.exactacademy.com. So that's it for today. Bye everyone. Take care.